Hi, boys and girls. It's Pastor Valorie again, and I thought maybe today we'd start with a song. It's called Sanctuary, and it goes something like this. Maybe you know the words and you can sing along. We'll do it twice, so maybe you can actually sing it the second time if you don't know it. Here we go. Oh, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Should we do it again? See if I can start on the right note this time. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Isn't that a nice song? It's one of my favorites. Well, the story today comes once again. If I can set this down without it falling over. There we go. Comes once again from the Spark Story Bible, and it's a continuation of the Easter story. This is taking place on Resurrection evening. So the women have been to the tomb, and now there's some friends who are walking home. And the story is called The Road to Emmaus. Are you ready? It's got one of the main characters, and it has a really funny name. His name is Cleopas. Can you say that? Cleopas. There you go. All right, here we go. 3 days after Jesus died, Cleopas and his friend were slowly walking down the road to Emmaus. They were walking slowly because they felt very sad. Why did Jesus have to die? They wondered. After a while, a stranger began to walk along beside them. The stranger was really Jesus, but Cleopas and his friend didn't know it. What are you talking about? The stranger asked. The men looked at each other. Are you the only one in all the town who doesn't know what just happened? They asked. They told the stranger what had happened to Jesus. Jesus was a great teacher, Cleopas said. We hoped he was the one God promised would save the world. But instead he died on a cross. Who took Jesus' body down? We took Jesus' body down and put it in a tomb. But this morning our friends went to the tomb and Jesus' body was gone. They said there was an angel there instead. The angel told our friends, Jesus is alive, but... Stop being silly, the stranger said. How many times do you need to hear this? It was God's plan for Jesus to die and become alive again to save the world. Here's a picture of Cleopas and his friend walking down the road. And then, do you see that man coming back here? I think that's Jesus coming up alongside of them. He's going to join them and walk along the side of the road. He's going to explain things to them that they didn't ever think of before. By now, they were almost to Emmaus. Cleopas invited the stranger to stay for dinner. During dinner, the stranger picked up a loaf of bread, broke it, and blessed it, and gave each man a piece. All of a sudden, Cleopas and his friend recognized the stranger. It was Jesus! But then Jesus disappeared. Cleopas and his friend jumped up and ran from the room and went to tell the rest of Jesus' disciples that Jesus really was alive. God kept another promise. There's a picture of Jesus breaking the bread and giving it to Cleopas. They're sharing dinner together. You think they recognized Jesus because he sometimes broke bread and he blessed it? If you saw Jesus walking down the road, who would you tell? What would you say? Oh my goodness. Well, because of this story about bread and the disciples, these two recognizing Jesus when he broke the bread. Maybe a fun family activity for you to do with this story would be to do something with bread. Maybe you could talk one of your parents into letting you help make some bread or some muffins or some pancakes or make a sandwich and eat it. Do something with bread and remember that Jesus wants you to know that he's always with us. And he gives us common, everyday, simple things like bread to remember the things that he taught us and told us, and that he keeps his promise that he came back. He didn't stay dead. He's alive. Is that a good story? Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.